All right. So in the last couple of days, I've gotten some work sent to me when with multiplication algorithms that haven't been used correctly. And so I'm thinking that maybe some of you are forgetting how to do that, since it has been, gosh, almost a month now, over a month since we've been in school doing that. So I thought today I would do a refresher on multiplication algorithm, since your blue math choice board has you doing that. So let's do a couple. Let's do a first one with a 4 digit by a 1 digit. So if we do 2,348 times 6. Everybody see that okay? All right. So remember, start with the far digit on the left and then work your way over. 8 times 6 is 48. Drop the 8, carry the 4. I think some of you are forgetting to do that carry. 6 times 4 is 24, plus 4 makes 28, so drop the 8, carry the 2. 6 times 3 is 18, plus 2 makes 20, drop the 0, carry the 2. And 6 times 2 is 12, plus 2 makes 14. Then the comma goes after 3, so 1, 2, 3, and my comma. All right, so let's do one. I'm going to put another one up here, and you can do it, and then I'll let you have some time to check it on your side. So let's do 3,709 times 7, I don't know, 8. All right, so go ahead and stop your computer, pause it. Go ahead and solve this problem on your paper, and then we'll check it here in just a second. All right, so we're back now. Let's check your work to see if you got this one correct. 8 times 9 is 72. Drop the 2, carry the 7. Remember, the ones place always gets left behind and the tens gets moved on. Just like when you're adding, you leave the ones, carry the tens. 8 times 0 is 0, plus 7 makes 7. 8 times 7 is 56. Drop the 6, carry the 5. 8 times 3 is 24, plus 5 makes 29. And I give myself 3 places, 1, 2, 3, and then a comma, 29,672. All right, so that one wasn't bad. Let's look at some 2-digit problems now. 2 digits by 2 digits. All right, let's see. So we'll do 54 times 73. This one's a little bit trickier, because you start to look and you don't know, well, which one do I start with, the 3 or the 7 down here. And remember, whenever you're doing math, you always want to start, when you're doing your addition or subtraction, you start with the smallest place value, the ones place. We do the same thing with multiplication. We start in the ones. We're going to start with this 3 over here. So I'm going to work my way over, just as if this 7 wasn't here right now, just if we had a 1 by a 2. So I'm going to just erase that 7 for now so you can see how I'm going to do it without the 7, and then we'll put it back in. So 3 times 4 is 12, drop the 2, carry the 1. 5 times 3 is 15, plus 1 makes 16. All right, so this will be if I just did 3 times 54, but I want that 7 in there for 73 times 54. So I'm going to put that 7 back in. Now because the 7 is in the tens place, I need to start over in the tens place here. So we put a 0, or in our class we've been putting a smiley face, because we're happy to be doing math. And then we start in the tens column now with the 7, and I'm going to move over. I'm going to erase this 1 because that was from last time. 7 times 4 is 28. Drop the 8, carry the 2. 7 times 5 is 35, plus 2 is 37. Make sure that you're lining up those numbers. They all need to be in very neat columns so that you don't get anything in the wrong one. If I had started making these numbers in this bottom row bigger, I could easily have skewed my columns off, and by the end of it I could have that 7 over in the thousands place instead, which would give you a totally different number. So make sure those columns are very straight. My comma here, and then we add it. 2 plus 0 is 2. 6 plus 8 is 14. Carry the 1. 7 plus 2 is 9, and 3. 3,942. And if we kind of guess on this one, 54 is about 50. 73 would round to 70. 5 times 7 is 35 with 2 zeros. that would be 3,500. Our number's a little bit bigger because we have a little bit more here than we actually rounded with. So it seems like it's a reasonable answer to get. Now, if I had, like, 10,000 or 30,000, then I'd be thinking something was probably wrong. All right, so now let's have you do one on your end. So we're going to give you a problem over here to do. We'll have 62 times 94. 3. All right, so go ahead, pause your computer again, and then do it on the paper, and we'll have you check back when you come back. All right, so now that we're back, let's do this and you can check your work. So 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 6 is 18. Remember, now I'm over in the tens place, which means I have to put a 0 or a smiley face in my ones, just as a placeholder. Remember to move over. 9 times 2 is 18. Carry the 1. 9 times 6 is 54, plus 1 makes 55. My comma. So I'm going to add this up. 6 plus 0 is 6. 8 plus 8 is 16. Carry that 1. 5 plus 2 is 7. And 5. And we can check our work on this one as well. 62 is about 60. 93 is about 90. 9 times 6 is 54. Plus 2 zeros would be 5,400. Once again, our answer is a little bit bigger. However, we rounded down when we were estimating, so it makes sense that our answer would be a little bit bigger than that, which seems reasonable. So I would suggest that you practice these a little bit. Like I said, I've seen a lot of work coming to me that it has some errors in the multiplication, especially the double-digit multiplication as well. So I would do some of those today. And I would also say before I go that there are other. I'll wait for the. There are other videos online that you can find examples if this isn't enough for you. If you want more. That show it as well if you want to look, or you can call me up and ask me to walk you through it as well.